Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, A Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 4 of our Federal Spring of '62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M mod. Well, first things first, we do have some new viewer units to plug in here, so we'll go through those real fast. So, in training right now, for Yami Ryder is the Hessian Hellfighters out of Pennsylvania under command of Alexander Schimmelfennig. And we also have 2 more units that I had to convert existing units into. First, we go over to 5th Corps. And this is for Grimwolf. You didn't give me a name for the brigade, so I just called them the Maryland Zouaves for now, under Samuel Carroll. As soon as you have a name for them, please let me know in the comments. I did reply to your comment. Hopefully, at the time of me recording this, you didn't have replied back yet. So as soon as you give me a reply, I will be changing the name of this brigade. Also, for Doug Winslow, we have to go over to 2nd Corps. We have the 1st New York Light Artillery under command of George Winslow. Don't have the notes, didn't write it down, but I do believe you said he was a relative of yours who commanded Battery D at the Battle of Gettysburg. So he was in the game, so I was able to plug him in as the commander of the artillery battalion. So he might have been a lieutenant during the war, but in the game he's a major and may go up higher in rank at some point, who knows. Alright, moving on from there, in other news, there is actually a trailer. I forget which viewer pointed out to me. I think it might have been Grimwolf, I'm not sure. For the new Whiskey and Lemons DLC. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure you go check it out. It's only about 2.5 minutes, but I tell you what, it really got me excited for this DLC because it looks like it's going to be doing a lot more than even I expected. So I'm going to link that in my comments below and also in the end screen for this video. Alright, moving on from there. Last episode was another fairly busy episode. We had the battles of 2nd and 3rd Fort Massachusetts. We won 2nd Massachusetts, lost 3rd, with Butler's force being seen away from Fort Gaines. Not Fort Gaines, from Fort Massachusetts. So while he was retreating away, he was caught by one of the Confederate squadrons out here while I was trying to reposition him into Jacksonville, and the Corps was disintegrated but reformed in for some reason, we reformed in West Virginia of all places. So I do have that Corps transiting right now back towards the East Coast and probably down to Cape May, then I'll start sending them back down to Florida to again start operations in Jacksonville. And we also saw the Battle of Fort Jackson, which was a little heavy on the officers for both sides. I lost 2 officers, the rebels lost a few officers. And we're about to go actually roll into a 2nd battle as the Army of Northern Virginia's left wing has moved in on us. So we'll take that fight on right after this. And for the most part, the rest of my strategy is moving forward, except for this one Corps, 9th Corps, which is still besieging Island number 10. All of my forces have been pulled out of Kentucky, West Virginia. Anywhere that is rebel territory, I have pulled my troops back out of. I thought they would have moved into Kentucky already to claim that state, but they have not. And as I said, we do have another battle brewing here. So this will be the 2nd battle of Fort Jackson. It shows Erasmus Keyes in charge here, but Grant is part of the siege, so he should be the commander on the field this time around. So it shows 2nd Corps in the lead, but I don't believe I'll use them for any fighting in this battle as they fought the last battle. So we're definitely going to have them outnumbered. And I don't even think my numbers are correct. It's showing 19,500 men, 1,300 cavalry, and 35 guns. I don't think those numbers are correct. So, and it's not showing theirs correctly at all. So, we're definitely going to be taking this fight right off the bat here, so I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome everybody to the second battle of Fort Jackson. So we have drawn the Cold Harbor / Gaines Mill battlefield map, and my second corps is already on the field with third and fourth, 22 hours away apiece. Grant is on the field also, so he's actually going to be in charge. We're fighting AP Hills. Is AP Hill or DH Hill? Hold on. DH Hill's left wing. So they have one entry point, which is right here. So they have a couple of options for approaching us. So we have to defend Beulah Church and Old Cold Harbor. I have decided to cede Beulah Church and defend Cold Harbor because that's 5 victory points to 3 victory points. Plus, they can come at me from so many different directions. There's only so much land I can cover, so pulling back a little further was a little more conducive to my efforts. And I would rather attack with 3rd or 4th Corps. If they don't attack me, I'd rather have 3rd or 4th Corps do the fighting once they arrive, which should be sometime tomorrow. Which will be probably around 1100 tomorrow. So, you see, I just have a defensive arrangement here with, what's the 2nd Division? 1st Division in the center, 2nd Division on the right, 3rd Division on the left with 1 brigade and its other 2 brigades sitting reserve. And the cavalry just forward here on some high ground just to watch out in this area. So, I mean, we did have a lot more land to deploy on, but there's just too many approach points for the Confederates for me to defend anywhere forward of these positions. So, I'll pause this one here, and I'll be back once we have an idea of what the rebels are up to. Alrighty, it's 16:30 of day 1. We finally have a sighting. 1 brigade from Hill's Corps here. And they're approaching from Bethesda Church. Okay, we got more dust trails back here. So it's still April, so the day's going to end a little early, so I don't see the rebels launching an attack today. Hopefully they... Oh, there's another brigade down here. They're coming in from multiple directions. I think it's time to start pulling Negley back. So as I said, I ceded Beulah Church to them, so hopefully they kind of stop here and don't approach, but I could be wrong. They may just come in on a piecemeal attack, and I really hope they do not do that. But once the rebels are more consolidated and we know what they're actually going to be doing, I'll bring us back in. Alright, it's now day 2 at 0700. The rebels had started approaching my lines towards the evening. They actually got up into this Woodcopse here at about 1800, but with the redeployment, they've been pushed back. So I'm going to hit play here and see where... There they all are. And they're actually in a battle formation, it looks like. Kind of spread out. And they're starting to move already. It'll still be a little bit before their lines collide with mine. How far away are my reserves? 3rd and 4th will be arriving in 4 hours. So about 11 a.m. like I thought. Those scouts. So it'll still be a little bit before they close in on us, so I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 7:37, and the rebels are coming on in a general assault basically across the line. Rain's division is angling in for an attack right into the face of the 1st New York Light Artillery and the 1st Brigade of 1st Division. We do have some more troops coming this way, and it looks like they're angling down into this direction here. Actually, not my best defense point either. They're on the low ground. Let's get you guys out of that. Stream bed offers sun protection, but being in that low ground is not very good. And they're about to... 1st Division Artillery is already a specialized close support battery, so they're about to rip these boys down. And honestly, I didn't realize how low my morale was coming into this fight. We're still showing ourselves at a minor defeat even with the points we have from the objectives. So our morale is at 39.5 to their 55.8. And I lost over 500 men. I think it was like 528 men to overnight attrition. So that's a lot of deserters. Ooh, they're pushing in hard. Let's move not a very good reserve brigade because of their morale, but let's start moving you up. And hopefully the 1st New York Light here does some very good damage with their canister fire. Now they're coming in at my center with Early's brigade, but he's going to get shot at by 2 brigades over here, so he shouldn't last too long. What are you doing? Attack or don't attack. Don't let your men just sit there and get butchered. There goes Rain's brigade. Ooh, look at that canister hit right there. Oof. And that just shattered that brigade. There goes the Virginia militia. Keep marching this way. I'll start swinging these brigades onto your flank. Actually, I can start that movement right now. Never leave a flank open to me. That's a bad idea. Not withdrawing yet, but they are pulling back. Looks like they want their artillery to do some work over here. These brigades are on the move. Very good. It's funny, they got the Irish Brigade armed with Springfield rifles. The Irish Brigade actually used smoothbores up until 64, if I remember correctly. It wasn't until after Gettysburg that they actually started using rifles. And 1st Division Artillery is getting counter battery pretty good right here. Send out some skirmishers, see if we can't do something about this artillery. If anything, they'll draw the artillery fire on them. Yep, battery broke. It's going to be off at 3rd Brigade, get out of that low ground. Send out your skirmishers, start hitting their artillery. Skirmishers have been seen off already. Send out some more. Attack those reforming brigades. Come forward and hit this brigade. God, your morale's trash. Let's bring you out on this flank. Looks like I'm going to start pulling them back here on us. Mark on your skirmishers. Alright, Irish Brigade forward. That's what we call skirmishers, and they're coming in anyway. Yep, and they are starting to withdraw. Once I have that retreat order, I will stop the pursuit. And there they go. Let's fall you boys back a little bit here. I don't want to cause too many casualties on the rebels. So we already have a pretty unfair advantage on them. Speed this along now. Coles are retreating. They're sending troops forward. What the hell? Well, that ended up a little bloodier for us than I thought it would be. But then again, over 500 of my casualties are from overnight attrition. So we lost 1,101 of our 63,748 infantry, 7 of our 4,486 cavalry, 13 of our 119 guns because that one battery did break. Total loss of 1,162 of our 69,990 men. We took down 1,800 of their 16,000 infantry. We got 30 of their 300 cavalry, 25 of their 45 guns. Total loss of 2,100 of their 17,000 men. And I'm not sure what they lost in overnight attrition. I really didn't check that, but I think most of their casualties are going to be from the gunfire. Alright, let's take a look at the paperwork here. Once again, it was only 2nd Corps that fought. I did go through and start changing some of the generic names and just giving them giving out state designations to some of the units. So 1st Pennsylvania Cavalry did not fight. 3rd Division, which is the Infantry Reserve, I got to change that name still. 1st Brigade didn't fight. 2nd Brigade did 105 to infantry. 1st New York Light Artillery did 351 to infantry, 7 to cavalry, 30 to artillery, for total 393, division total 498. 1st Division, 1st Brigade did 362 to infantry, 21 to cavalry, 12 to artillery, for total 397. Irish Brigade did 158 to infantry, 21 to artillery, for total 179. 3rd Brigade did 301 to infantry, 14 to artillery, for total 315, and 1st Division Artillery did 268 to infantry, 13 to artillery, for total 281, division total 1,172. And 2nd Division, 1st Brigade did not fight, 3rd Brigade did 107 to infantry, 2nd Brigade did 76 to infantry, 89 to artillery, for total 165, and 2nd Division Artillery did 30 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 35 to artillery, for total 71, division total 343. Alright, we didn't lose any officers this fight, but let's see. Oh, look at that. We wounded D.H. Hills. I wonder who they're going to replace him with. And it was only D.H. Hill. That's probably why their morale went from fairly high to non-existent pretty quickly. He's the only officer we got, but that's a big hit to the rebels right there. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I was actually happy with the AI's attack. What Rain's division did by stopping in front of us for a little bit there, I'm really not sure what they had going on. If they'd pushed that division in, they probably could have broken my left flank, as on my brigades there had good morale. They've been looking to break since we arrived the day before. But I was happy to see them actually set up for a proper attack for once. But let me know what you all thought in the comments below, and I will see you all at the newspaper screen. Now, victory at 2nd Fort Jackson. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,107 men. There were 518 killed and 27 captured. Our casualties total 1,162 men, with 141 killed and 596 missing. 528 of those were from overnight attrition. We've captured 836 rifles and 15 guns from the field and sent 27 soldiers off to our prison camp. And we caused Major Harrison to lose face, which is going to be one of their battery commanders. we'll let this one roll off. Kind of need my other corps to fight. Second Corps' readiness is starting to get pretty low. And why is this showing this siege all the way in their favor? So let's just begin an assault on this right now so we get this knocked out of the way. Hopefully a fort with 33 men does not break 3 damn corps. That'd just be a joke. Seen screwier things with this game. Alright, there's nothing else much going on with the map, so I'll be back. And if I didn't just damn jinx myself, 3 corps just lost a fight against a fort with 33 guys in it. You have got to be kidding me. But at least we know this campaign will be going on a little bit longer, which is a good thing since even with the trailer release for the Whiskey and Lemons DLC, there still is no release date for it, so this is probably a good thing. So, even though the power bar is heavily in our favor, the rebels will hopefully start making moves that will bring them back to us. It looks like we got another fight here. They're going after 13th Corps. I actually forgot they were here. I should have pulled them back over here to Fort Hatteras. This should be an interesting fight, though. You got Samuel Maxey bringing in Parsons Corps, Army of North Carolina, Pillows Corps, Army of Georgia, and the Army of North Carolina Command under Maxey going up against Burnside's 13th Corps. So they're bringing 17,055 infantry, called 1,200 cavalry, and 39 guns to my 13,421 infantry, 1,063 cavalry, and 29 guns. So they do have a slight numbers advantage on us, but not much of one, just a little over 4,000. So obviously we're going to be taking this fight. That last battle did not last too long, so I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the second battle of New Bern. So as you can see, we drew the Swampy Creek map here, and we're defending along here on the Centerville Pike. And rebels are coming in from Centerville Pike and this entry point here. So they got 2 directions they can approach us from. So I do have, this says 6th Division, but it's actually the 2nd Division of this army, so I do have to rename it because I did pull this one from another corps. Set up in the center with their battery and the 1st Division batteries on either flank. 1st Division is set up reserve, 1 brigade here, 1 brigade in reserve here, and 1 brigade covering Jones Ford up here in case they decide to march up and around this way. Don't know if they will do it or not, but there's a possibility. And I do have the cavalry brigade set up over here in the low ground. So I really don't think my defensive range is going to get much better than that. So I'll pause this here once again, and I'll be back once we have a sighting on the rebels. It's already 1620. I just noticed that, so we may or may not see them today. So I'll be back. Alright, it's 8:20 a.m. of day 2, and we finally have a sighting on the rebels. They had made it just southwest of Centerville last night. You see, I just have my troops out here digging breastworks to get their levels up a little faster. Start calling in these skirmishers. We don't need them out anymore. Frost Brigade, Floyd's Division, Parsons Corps. Pillows Corps did arrive last night. Now, which entry did they come in on, this point or this point? I didn't check that. Okay, they arrived at the same location. Good, so I don't have to worry about them coming in behind us. So I did pull that brigade away from there. Oh, and their morale is not very hot. Look at that. But then again, they've been doing a lot of marching. And they are fragmented. Morale's a little better than mine, but not much better. And they are marching straight down the road at us and not stopping to set up. That's not a good sign. Oh, there they go. They're starting to settle in now. Looks like it'll be a few minutes still before they come in for an attack, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 0900, and my hopes are quickly getting dashed for this fight. The rebels are not using their numerical advantage in their favors. This one brigade, Pfeiffer, he stopped here to reform real fast and is now continuing on down the road on his lonesome. So he's about to walk into some canister fire and rifle fire. So he will not... Oh, there we go. Rocket Battalion got their first perk. He really needs to stop his troops back here in the field to reform them and wait for the other corps to come up. Look at that, I put out a good canister hit right there, and look at how far that jumped. 2 more shots of canister like that, and it'll be at 3rd level. There you go. Yeah, it looks like once again it'll be a few more minutes unless this cavalry brigade decides to ride right up in our faces, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 0930 and they are coming forward. Oh, that cavalry brigade was coming forward. They just broke and there's an infantry brigade right behind them. They are just not stopping to form for an attack. And this is on Maxie Gregg. He is not doing so hot this battle. You can see the difference between Maxie and AP Hill. It's just a night and day difference. I keep saying AP Hill was DH Hill in the last... Yeah, it was DH Hill in the last fight. I keep saying AP Hill. I don't know why. This brigade's already getting ready to break. Because now the thing is, he's marching all these troops fragmented as all hell past broken units, which is heavily affecting their morale. You trying to swing away from the artillery, it looks like. Just march into the face of musketry. At least now they're trying to avoid the battery, but a little too late. How are you guys doing on your perk? Not quite there yet. Oh, they came down over here too. Hogs Brigade. Is this from the other corps or is it the same corps? Pillow's Corps, so it's the other corps. I really thought this was going to be a tough fight. I really did. I am so disappointed right now. So I'm just going to pause this here, and I'll be back when some more units approach my firing lines. Right, it's 10:10, and I don't know what the AI is doing right here. They just double-time Bates Brigade and this artillery right into the faces of Rocket Battalion. They've been sending brigades forward. A lot of them have just been breaking long before they even reach my lines at this point. So I think seeing this brigade off will finish the job. So I don't know what Maxie was thinking, but this was just bad. This was a horrible attack. Even that battery sitting inside my canister range at this point. Oh, look at that. They're already leveled up. I don't know what state this brigade, this battery is from, but let's go ahead and pick something that looks like a... Yeah, that's an Ohio battery. We'll save that. I think that's a New York battery flag. Yeah, that works. So the Rocket Battalion definitely did all the damage in this fight. They should be issuing the withdrawal order after this, but I don't know. Speed this along a little bit here. Yep, and there they go. Just gotta wait for that retreat order to go out now, so let's just speed this along. And there it goes. Wow, I had really, really high hopes for this battle. I hope Maxie got the fame because that was disgustingly bad. Like, that's a far cry from the previous battle for Jackson, where DHL really had no chance of winning that battle, especially once my other corps arrived on the field, but at least he set up for a proper attack. I don't know what the hell was going on here. He just sent his brigades down the road one at a time. So we took down 1,400 of their 18,000 infantry, 90 of their 1,300 cavalry, 15 of their 45 guns, total loss of 1,600 of their 20,000 men. We lost 111 of our 13,418 infantry, 17 of our 1,000 cavalry, 1 of our 29 guns, for total loss of 142 men of our 14,905 man force. And I wouldn't be surprised if because I didn't check my overnight attrition, I wouldn't be surprised if 100 of those are from overnight attrition. Alright, let's take a look at the paperwork here. 1st New York Cav did not fight. 2nd Division. 2nd Brigade did 408 to infantry, 4 to artillery for a total of 412, and the Rocket Battalion did 606 to infantry, 53 to cavalry, 65 artillery, total 724. Division total 1,136. And only the 6th Division's battery fired, and they got 72 men from that one brigade that was approaching on the right flank. Let's see if we got any other officers. Does not look like it. And that was that one brigade that approached on the side. We've got none of their officers this battle. I'll be damned if a bunch of them don't get defamed. I mean, that was just disgusting. But I believe I've already said my piece on that one. Once again, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I'll see you on the other side of the load screen. A victory at 2nd and New Bern. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 1,559 men. There are 502 killed and 162 captured. Our casualties total 142 men with 11 killed and 87 missing. So those 87 missing are my overnight attrition. Captured 659 rifles and 5 guns from the battlefield and sent 153 soldiers off to our prison camps. And it looks like nobody got defamed for that fiasco. And that was a fucking fiasco. Maxie should be losing his job from that one, but apparently not. I think I'll end up leaving 13th Corps where it is for now. It's doing some good work there. Where did 6th Corps end up at? Up there at Pittsburgh now, okay. Where is this trash, but any of his troops rejoin him? Not yet. So the 2 brigades that were transferring in are now 17 days away from him, and his original troops are 2 and 3 days away. We'll start moving him over here to Port Absecon over in Jersey. Once his troops rejoin him, we'll be shipping him down to Jacksonville. So I think because Butler did not do a bad job for us, so I think he deserves a second shot in the South down there, doing what he does best and pissing off rebels. Alrighty, I do believe we'll end this episode here now that the drive on Richmond is ended. So if you're a new viewer, return viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade of one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. And as always, comments, please keep them coming. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.